Sooner or later, this thing gonna be undeniable. I'm telling you now. You know what I mean? Peace and love. My name is Rami Salamel. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tapping in with me. Us, you know what I mean? We uplifting humanity. That's what the mission is. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Can't forget that. Love being the first principle. You understand me? Today we are talking about the 2020 census and the changes it's making for black, quote unquote, black and white people. Oh yeah, we getting into it. I'm gonna run you a clip real quick, then we're gonna get back and we're gonna talk about it. All right? Cool.
Now, for the 2020 census, the U.S. Census Bureau is changing how it will ask black people to designate their race. The checkbox for black or African American will now have a new space for people to write in their non-Hispanic origins. African American, Jamaican, and Nigerian are listed as examples of origins. Now, this is going to be interesting to see, because how many people are just going to put "I got Indian in my family" in the box? Or how many will simply put Wilt Chamberlain? Or Thomas Jefferson? I want to see the final results. But will people be comfortable giving more personal information about their heritage to the government? This country's current climate is not the most welcoming to immigrants, and some people may want to continue laying low. DACA showed that our government can and will use what it knows against you. And based on the president's comments about Africa earlier this year, we also know those countries' immigrants aren't viewed fondly. Now, these things foster distrust from immigrant communities, whether they're U.S. citizens or otherwise. But my initial reaction to hearing this story was actually one of discomfort, because I don't know the answer. It's difficult, if not impossible, for many American-born black people to answer that question. I've been party to a number of heritage conversations, while everyone is all too happy not to bring me in and acknowledge the 400-year-old elephant. So honestly, I'm not quite sure if asking this question is progress or insensitivity.
All right, now you heard him. And if you want more information, you want further details, go to, I put the link in my description box. It's this NPR article that further breaks it down. I'm actually going to read some quotes from that article. It explains the changes and blah, blah, blah. But basically, at the end of the day, the 2020 census, now there's going to be a change. Now it's going to be asking so-called black people to really let the U.S. government know, where are you from? Because black isn't tied to a land, a country, a nation. And neither is Negro. And neither is people of color. So we got to find out, who are you? Where are you from? There's a lot of questions that I want to ask. Why is this happening right now? Matter of fact, the NPR article asked that. And it's quoted that the Bureau has not responded to NPR's question about why it's making the choice, making the change. And it says why it's making the change to both the black category and the white category. And we're going to get to that in a minute. But first, I want to get back to this right now. Why is this happening right now? Could it be that Moors are making a return? Could it be? I don't know. You tell me. What you think? Think it's just by happenstance? Just, well, you know, I think this year we're going to ask them, you know, where are they really from? Who are you really? Yeah, 2020, just, you know, random. Ain't nothing happening by random. It's the pressure. People are feeling the pressure. People are waking up. And it's all too easy to see through the illusions now. Yeah, that's what's happening. Yes. Another question I have. Why are they trying to frame it as some sort of illegal immigrant scare? And, oh, no, you know, the U.S. government is anti-immigrant. So we're afraid, you know, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't give the U.S. government that kind of information. They may use it against us. Why are they trying that scare tactic? Think about that. In the U.S., the quote-unquote immigration program, immigration problem or threat of illegal immigrants is normally considered to come from Mexico, right? Southern America, Hispanics, or as of late, it's been quote-unquote Muslims from Syria and people from the Middle East escaping all the war and the terror that's being conducted. Never mind, we're not going to get there. But my point is that generally, and historically speaking, so-called black people have not been the ones to be grouped into this illegal immigrant or immigrant scare issue, or, you know, immigrants invading or coming here illegally. That's never been an issue for so-called black people because, according to the story, we were forced to come here, right? So why would they be framing that like, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't tell them who we really are? Could it be that they want to scare you and keep you enslaved? I don't know. I don't know. Now, if you look into the NPR article, there's this lady that's quoted as one of the people that that they're using to foster this other narrative of, you know, you got to be careful about the U.S. government now. They may use the information against you. And this person's name is Christina Greer, from a political science professor from Fordham University. And she said that in the write-in box for black, she's just going to put in JB, just black. Now, this is a political science professor at a university. That's what she's electing to put? Just black? I mean, hey, man. I'm just giving you the information. I want you to think for yourself. I want you to see the con that's going on, the scam that's going on, the games that is going on right now. If you can cut through the BS, you can see the pressure is on. The pressure is on. Yeah, Moors are waking up, and we are letting go of the names that delude and tie us to slavery. Blacks, Negroes, colors, African Americans. Yes. And we are proclaiming our true identity, our nationality, Moorish American. That's what's going on. See, the U.S., they trying to play their game. They trying to counter, but it ain't no counter. It's checkmate, baby. This is a royal flush out here. You feel me? It's over. We just got to wake up. So I say all of this. I say all of this to ask you a question. So-called black man, so-called black woman, so-called African American man, so-called African American woman, so-called people of color. Where are you really from? And did you notice one of the first jokes he said, we just gonna put, I got some Indian in my blood? Indian, huh? But Indians from India. So is he, you know, he's referring to Native Americans because we actually are from here. Yes. Descendants of Moroccans and born in America for centuries upon centuries upon centuries. Yes, yes, indeed. And actually, we was here. I'm going to get into that. What I'm saying is, I want you to find out where you're from. If you don't want to claim that you're Moorish American, or you don't want to write in that you're Moor, that's cool. But ask your mom, ask your grandma, ask your aunties, uncles, somebody in your family. Ask, what nation are we from? What country did our people come from, so I can write that in? So I can look up that history and truly know who I am. Now, see, for me, I did the studying, and it's pretty clear. Moorish American. Noble Drew Ali came and let us know that. And that's what I'm going to be writing in. The last question I wanted to bring up, as I mentioned earlier, that they're making the change to both the black category and the white category. So now there'll be a box where you can write in, not white, but what country of origin? Where are you really from, Mr. White Man, Mr. White Woman? I mean, Mrs. White Woman. Where are you from? And see, this is the key. Just as we realize that we are not black, we are not Negroes, we also have to realize that Europeans are not white. They're Polish, English, Irish, German, French, Dutch, not white. You gotta get, it's the game over, baby. See, when we challenge the Europeans to identify who they are, then that means they're coming from their immigrants. And then we identify who we are. Game changer. Game changer. Don't believe me. Look the information up for yourself. Don't believe me. Look the information up for yourself, baby. And see that we're Moors. And see that the change is coming, and you are going to be forced to answer the question. Who are you? And where are you from? So I'm going to end on that. I would advise you to study this man named Noble Drew Ali and study the information that he brought. Because as you can see, clearly on the back, something very important. One of the first directives, it says, know yourself and your Father God Allah. We open it up. Boom. That front, the first, that's Noble Drew Ali right there. And what does that say? Know thyself. That's first. You got to know who you are. I mean, if you don't know who you are, how can you do anything else in life? How do you know where you're going, where you came from? What's what if you don't know who you are? That's it. I'm done for the day. Much love to you. Keep shining. Keep studying. Keep spreading love. Because love is the answer. Love is the key. Love is the way. And check out those Kanye West interviews when he was in Chicago, by the way. Oh, yeah. Lots of jewels being dropped. The pyramid shall rise. The pyramid shall rise.
In this country, searching for a nationality. And once we find our nationality and serve that nationality, we'll do for ourselves what needs to be done. All ethnic groups in this country understand they got a nationality. Because you answer to such stupid words like Negro and color and black. You have no nationality. Negro is not a nationality. Some lazy Portuguese or Spaniard took an adjective and made a noun out of it. Colored is not a nationality. Black tells you how you look, but it don't tell you who you are. That's right. The name of a people must relate them instantaneously to land, history, and culture. And anytime you call a people by their right name, anytime you call a people, name a people, and fail to relate them back to land, history, and culture, you have called them out of their name. There's no black land or black hole. There's nothing wrong with the word black. Nothing wrong with it at all. Only it doesn't relate to a country. The name of every people in the world relate to country. And once you think instantaneously of land, you think of nationality. You belong to something big in the world.